Hi mathematicians! In this video, we are going to be making notes to our future forgetful selves about performing transformations, and specifically we're going to talk about translations. So there are two really big things that we need to make sure we remember in order to be successful on this topic. First of all, that translations are a type of transformation that slides a figure to a different location, but doesn't change the direction it's facing or anything like that. And then we also need to remember that the x-axis on a coordinate grid is the one that runs horizontally left to right, that the y-axis is the one that runs vertically up and down, and that when you're labeling a coordinate, that whatever your x-coordinate is, that is the one that needs to come first, and then the y-coordinate needs to come second. If you need any help with graphing, anything like that, please check out the other resources that I've provided for you in Google Classroom. But let's go ahead and get to our first example. So in example number 1, it is asking us to take this quadrilateral, and it's asking us to do two separate parts with the translation. So first of all, it says to translate it 3 units to the left, and then we need to also translate it 2 units up. So I am going to go to vertex E for no particular reason. I just decided to start with that one. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 units to the left because I'm getting ready to shift it to the left. And then from that point, I need to go 1, 2 units up. So my E, which we know that now that it's my new E, after it's been translated, we're going to label it as E prime, is going to be right here. Then I need to do the same thing with J. So 1, 2, 3 units to the left. And then I'm going to go 1, 2 units up. So my new J is going to be my J prime. So there's my J prime. Then I made that same move with my X prime. And finally, the M. So remember, each of those needs that little tick mark in order to demonstrate that they have all been moved. So then I just need to connect my coordinates with some line segments to fully flesh out that figure. And you will see that voila, I have a perfect, well, it's definitely not perfect, but I'd call it decent copy of the original and the image. And then finally, don't forget that it's asking us to list the coordinates for each of these vertices. So don't forget that part. So now you can see that final step here. So if you need to use mine as an example, please feel free to pause the video. But I'm going to go ahead and roll over to question or example number 2. So here we are. And it's still asking us to translate, but it's asking us in a slightly different way. So remember that your x-axis is the one that goes from left to right. And because it says here to translate it using the rule x minus 2. So the negative numbers on the x-axis get progressively more negative if you go to the left, right? So, oh, that sounded confusing. They go to the left. So what this is telling you to do is to translate this triangle and to move it 2 units to the left because it says x minus 2. And the more negative numbers are to the left. Then because it says at y plus 4, and because we know that the positive numbers are up above the origin on the y-axis, this is telling us, ooh, that was an ugly arrow. Although this whole thing's a little messy, but y'all get what I'm going for, I hope anyway. So that is telling us we're going to go up 4. So because it's x minus 2, we're going to translate this 2 units to the left. And then because it's y plus 4, we're going to translate it 4 units up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Starting with B. So I'm going to start here at the coordinate where B is. And then I'm going to go 1, 2 units to the left. And then from there, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and 4. So my B prime, my B with my little tick mark, my B after it's been translated, the image is going to be right there. As you can see, I did the same thing with coordinate G, moved it to the left 2 and then up 4. And then finally, I did the same thing with coordinate T. So as you can see here, I labeled all the coordinates also. So there's our copy that has just been shifted to the left 2 and then up 4. And I have labeled the coordinates. Great, so that's all I've got for you today. Please let me know if you've got any questions, mathematicians. See you later.